Well, greetings and welcome to Brooksy's, believe it or not, of the Melbourne railway stations in Victoria, Australia. Today I'm at Roxburgh Park. Now, Roxburgh Park is a fairly new suburb here in Melbourne. It's actually called, now being named after the Toorak of the northern suburbs. In fact, that many people from Toorak are moving out of Toorak because it's getting that busy, there's no room, it's congested, the house prices have come up, and they're moving now to Roxburgh Park. And a lot of chain stores as well. Jimmy Jones has just opened up here, which is the brother of David Jones, the upmarket supermarket in Melbourne. There's a Jimmy Jones here, so it is attracting a lot of people coming up from Toorak because this is, look at that beautiful scenery there. You don't get that in Toorak. Now, Roxburgh Park, this is named after Captain Andrew Roxburgh, who, the Scottish sailor, arrived with the 5th Fleet, which was the old Scottish fleet who wore kilts. They arrived in 1849 into Williamstown. They arrived on a hot summer's day, which was very windy in Williamstown. They arrived and it was that windy that the kilts came right up them and they frightened the locals. All the locals ran off. Anyway, they landed there and Captain Roxburgh landed there because he knew that there was gold being found in them hills. There's gold in them hills. So he set off to the gold fields in Ballarat and Bendigo around that area with his Scottish crew. They took a wrong turning and they ended up here in the wilderness as it was. And they dug for 2 years. They didn't find any gold, but they found lots of wood, lots and lots of wood. Thus then, being Scottish, he built a park, a wooden park. That's why it was called Roxburgh Park, as after Captain, I've just downgraded him, Captain Andrew Roxburgh. They built this as Roxburgh Park, and you can see now it's beautiful scenery, this beautiful scenery here. Now, one of the things about Roxburgh Park is that he'd be very upset about this because this was a totally wooden station, but recently it's been redeveloped and got the architects in from Scotland, and they based it on parts of Scotland, parts of Glasgow, and it's fully concrete. Look at it, there's full of concrete everywhere. And one thing what you notice here is there's no elevators, it's all stairs. There's no elevators whatsoever. And there's a sign there saying, make them walk, get them fit. But unfortunately, there was an old age pensioner here last week. It took him 6 hours to get up the steps. And when he got to the top, he had to go back to Melbourne because his return train was coming up and it took him 6 hours. So he spent 12 hours in here because there's no escalator. So he wasn't happy. So I'm just warning you now when you come along here. So for all you Scottish people, get down here, come and visit Roxburgh Park, because his great-grandson was Andy Roxburgh, and he actually coached and managed the Scotland football team in 1978. And that was the only time that when they played at Hampden, they actually played against the Sassenachs, England, the old enemy, in the full Scottish outfit. They had the kilts, they had the socks, they had the knives down the socks, they had the little handbags here, them furry handbags. They had everything. And that was the day when England were winning 1-0 when Sir Bobby Charlton scored a great goal. And Andy then come off the bench, pulled his knife out and got all the rest of them to charge after the English players with the knives and chase them off the field. The game was abandoned. That was the passion behind the Roxburghs. So, Scottish people, when you come to Melbourne, please come and visit the Toorak of the North, Roxburgh Park. Thank you.